Looking for what's new on Netflix? You can find the full list of new movies and TV show release roundups for April 2021 on this video. A quick note before we move forward, please consider subscribing and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get our new video updates, and while you're at it, please click like if you enjoyed this video. It would really help us out. With that out of the way, let's begin. Concrete Cowboy. A troubled teen is reunited with his estranged father. Conflict and reconciliation ensue. We've seen this premise before. Sent to live with his estranged father for the summer, a rebellious teen finds kinship in a tight-knit Philadelphia community of black cowboys. But it's an irresistible formula when you bring in Idris Elba playing father to Caleb McLaughlin, then place the drama within Philadelphia's real-life community of horse riders, the Fletcher Street Urban Riding Club. The Serpent. The twisting, real-life story of Charles Sawbridge, a murderer, thief, and seductive master of disguise. This Netflix series will introduce millions of people to the real Charles Sawbridge and his murderous hidden path along the hippie trail of Southeast Asia during the 1970s. Thunder Force. Take two powerhouse women with impeccable comedic timing, add some badass superhero costumes, and that's really all we need to know. In a world where supervillains are commonplace, two estranged childhood best friends reunite after one devises a treatment that gives them powers to protect their city. This action comedy starring Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer is helmed by McCarthy's husband, Ben Falcone, and it might just provide the heroes we've all been waiting for, even if their crime-fighting quest is largely accidental. Stowaway. Shamir Anderson, a fan-favorite former member of the Winona Earp cast, is an accidental guest on a mission to Mars who accidentally causes severe damage to the spaceship's life support systems in Stowaway. A stowaway on a mission to Mars sets off a series of unintended consequences. So many accidents. But we couldn't help but wonder about the plot. When was the last time you saw a space thriller where someone, or something, doesn't actually want to be out there in the deep dark beyond? Things heard and seen. Let's just say that Amanda Seyfried totally does not have ESP in this adaptation of the best-selling novel All Things Cease to Appear, a thriller with ghostly elements that will make you think twice before ever deciding to renovate a farmhouse. An artist relocates to the Hudson Valley and begins to suspect that her marriage has sinister darkness, one that rivals her new home's history. Get ready to hiss at James Norton as this gothic horror unfurls. Shadow and Bone. Dark forces conspire against orphan mapmaker Alina Starkov when she unleashes an extraordinary power that could change the fate of her war-torn world. Set in an 1800s Russian Empire-inspired world where monsters lurk within a magical border made of darkness, and humans possess the ability to manipulate the elements for power, Shadow and Bone might just be our favorite YA fantasy series of the year. The Mitchells vs. the Machines. If your family doesn't quite compare with the Parr family from The Incredibles, the Mitchells may be more relatable, at least until they start battling giant Furbies. A quirky, dysfunctional family's road trip is upended when they find themselves in the middle of the robot apocalypse and suddenly become humanity's unlikeliest last hope. Jupiter's Legacy. The first generation of superheroes has kept the world safe for nearly a century. Now their children must live up to their legacy in an epic drama that spans decades and navigates the dynamics of family, power, and loyalty. Jupiter's Legacy is the highly anticipated debut of comic book author Mark Millar's collaboration with Netflix, in development since the streaming platform bought Miller World in 2017. Monster. A smart, likable, 17-year-old film student from Harlem sees his world turned upside down when he's charged with murder. We follow his dramatic journey through a complex legal battle. Netflix gives director Anthony Mandler's film, based on a YA novel by Walter Dean Myers, its streaming debut in a story about a young boy, Kelvin Harrison Jr., who gets mixed up in a bodega robbery and is wrongly tried for murder. The Woman in the Window. An agoraphobic woman living alone in New York begins spying on her new neighbors, only to witness a disturbing act of violence. Amy Adams is no stranger to the violent thriller, and her gripping performances in Nocturnal Animals and Sharp Objects give us confidence in her ability to wow as Anna Fox, an agoraphobe who witnesses an attack from her window. Army of the Dead. Taking a break from the DC Extended Universe, director Zack Snyder is returning to his roots with a zombie casino heist film. His feature directorial debut was 2004's Dawn of the Dead. Following a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries takes the ultimate gamble, venturing into the quarantine zone to pull off the greatest heist ever attempted. We're not going to think too much about the logic of that premise because we're too fascinated by the idea of Dave Bautista and Tig Notaro teaming up as zombie apocalypse mercenaries. So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below, and if you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.